When you're watching this video, your day most probably looks somewhat like this. And when you are done with that, it might look like this. Or like that. So take this as your sign to do this instead. Not tomorrow, not next weekend, today, even if just for a few minutes. Because there are many different reasons why you should spend a lot more time outside. And what you're about to hear isn't just advice, it's backed by real science. Welcome back to my channel, my friends. In this video, we talk about all the reasons why you should go outside right now, backed by science. And because of the fact that, at least where I live, weather is kind of getting super nice. Almost summer-like, I'd say. This is the right time to remind you of scheduling some more outside time into your life so that when the next dark season comes around, you maybe already have the routine. Because in our busy lives, most of the activities, unfortunately, are all kind of organized to mostly be inside. But without further ado, let's get into the video. If the mere call to spend more time outside feels a bit overwhelming for you and you feel like you need a transition time, there is good news for you. Because some of the benefits of the outside world can be achieved through just a view of nature. Back in 1984, Roger Ulrich published a study showing that hospital patients recovered faster from surgery if their window looked out at trees instead of a brick wall. A variety of recent studies explore the benefits of exposure to greenery, and researchers showed that just as little as 40 seconds of looking at a green roof can restore attention and reduce your mental fatigue. This means that even microdoses of nature, a plant on your desk, a walk through the park, a tree outside your window, can help you focus, calm down, and even heal. But what happens when we really go outside, into forests, trails, or quiet natural spaces, is a real upgrade to just seeing nature from inside. Japanese researchers studying Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, sorry by the way if I pronounce that not correctly, I don't speak Japanese, found that spending time actually outside improves a variety of different factors for us humans. First and foremost, heart rate, blood pressure, and cortisol levels all drop after spending time in the woods. Furthermore, levels of adrenaline and noradrenaline decrease after time in the woods, indicating a relaxation response. So through spending time in the forest, your nervous system is literally shifting from fight or flight into rest and digest. Our connection with nature isn't just emotional, bringing back happy family memories. It's chemical. Research shows that spending time outside, and especially in the forest, boosts serotonin levels, the neurotransmitter linked to mood, emotional regulation, and well-being. Furthermore, participants reported decreased anxiety, depression, and anger, together with increased vigor. So beyond recording the chemical reactions, people also seem to feel a difference qualitatively when being outside. The combination of these mechanisms creates an I'm home feeling when we are outside in the woods, which is hardwired into us through evolution. 99% of our species' existence was spent outdoors. So even though today we lead a completely different life to our ancestors, our body still remembers. On top of the neurochemical adjusting that happens when we spend time outside in the woods, it also enhances our immune system. By breathing in phytoncides, which are biologically active substances that trees release into the air to protect themselves from microorganisms and insects, our immune system produces more and increases the activity of white blood cells, which are our natural killer cells. These cells can then kill virus-infected cells or even tumor cells. But the immune boost doesn't just stop there. When we are going into the forest, we need to do some sort of movement. And mostly this is moderate activity, such as walking, hiking, low intensity running or biking. And these moderate activities are known to boost your immune function as well. So by walking through the forest, you can boost your immune system in different ways. Furthermore, research has shown that exercising in nature improves self-esteem and mood more than indoor workouts. Besides the benefits we get through the greenery and the forests, we can improve our health through the sunlight we expose ourselves to when we go outside. Now, of course, I would like to say here that you should definitely look out for yourself and use appropriate sun protection when going outside. But when doing that, you can get all the very important health benefits that you can get from sun exposure. Sunlight, specifically ultraviolet B, so UVB radiation, is the primary natural source of vitamin D production in our skin. Vitamin D is essential for bone health, immune function, and overall well-being. And the good thing is that research has shown that using sunscreen, which protects you from the sunlight, is only minimally reducing vitamin D synthesis. Therefore, it's possible to maintain adequate vitamin D levels while practicing sun protection. For instance, research suggests that brief periods, so 8 to 10 minutes, of midday sunlight exposure can already produce sufficient vitamin D, even with sun protection measures in place. Apart from the mere exposure to sunlight, the timing can play an important part as well. Morning sunlight, for instance, synchronizes your circadian rhythm, boosts alertness, and even primes your dopamine system for motivation, which wakes you up naturally and helps you to avoid being exhausted from waking till bedtime. And that is because this circadian rhythm, which is synchronized through morning sunlight exposure, governs your sleep-wake cycle, is taking part in hormone release and a lot of other physiological processes. Dr. Andrew Huberman, a neuroscientist at Stanford University, emphasizes that viewing sunlight in the window from 30 to 60 minutes after waking can enhance alertness and mood throughout the entire day. This practice helps to regulate cortisol and dopamine levels, contributing to improved focus and energy. Moreover, morning light exposure initiates the production of melatonin later in the day, which helps you to improve your sleep quality. Sunlight exposure, just like what we have talked about in the forests part, also increases the production of serotonin. Higher serotonin levels can lead to improved mood and the general feeling of well-being. Additionally, moderate UV exposure may enhance cognitive functions such as memory and learning by promoting glutamate biosynthesis in the brain. These effects underscore the importance of moderate, regular, safe sun exposure for your mental health. But please remember to balance your sun exposure with appropriate sun protection to reduce the risk of skin cancer. So now that we know why it's so good to get outside, let's talk about how we can actually make it happen, especially when life is already packed with work, uni, school, and other life responsibilities. The good news is it doesn't need to be a big dramatic change. You can start small. For example, swap an indoor break for an outdoor one. Instead of scrolling on your phone inside, step outside for a few minutes and just embrace it and take a deep breath. Even a short walk around your block or sitting on your balcony can make a difference. A trick that I personally love is relocating. If you're doing something already regularly, like listening to a podcast or calling a friend or your mum, you can take that action that you already regularly do and switch it to doing it outside. That way you don't need extra time. You just take a habit that you already have and do it outside instead to get all the benefits that we have already talked about. And possibilities are endless here throughout your workday. Only if it's possible, of course. You could take your meetings or calls outside and walk in a nearby green space, for example. For your training, you could switch from an indoor cardio machine to an outside run through a park or through the forest, whatever is nearby you. It could even save you time because you don't have to drive to the gym. Or if your gym has an outdoor area, you could take the minute to take the equipment outside that you need and just do it there. If you would like to step it up and not just relocate things that you're already doing, and you, for example, commute to work, you could think about the fact whether you can walk or bike part of the way, and then maybe just get off a station earlier to walk the rest of the way or to bike the rest of the way. Or maybe where you are living, there are some nice green spaces, then you can walk to the next station and just get on a station later that you would usually do. Or if you are driving, you could park a bit further away and then walk or bike the last part to the office space. And actually, maybe parking will be even cheaper there. The key is consistency. Make it a habit and make it part of your routine, not just a rare exception that you try once or twice and then you just leave it there. Generally, quality is an important part as well. So if you want to take it really seriously, you should prioritize quality time outside. So no phone, no distractions, just time with yourself in the woods, and just be very present in the moment with all the surroundings that you see, and take that as quality relaxation time. You could even make it an event and plan a long walk or hike through a forest trail, or maybe explore new areas around where you live. And you can make it an event that is a bit longer on the weekends to make it fun for yourself. Even 10 to 15 minutes in a quiet park or in the forest nearby can already make a difference when you leave the phone at home, or at least put it in your pocket and turn off all the notifications, but to be safe, to maybe call someone. And just take that time for yourself, for quality time with you only. That way you can reconnect with nature. I know, life is busy. When you work or study and try to keep track with a lot of other things in your life, time is of the essence and days are full. But when we skip nature, we can feel it. Our focus slips, our mood dips, and we feel like we are always catching but never landing. So take the opportunity to go outside, even if it's just changing some little things in your routine, or planning that big Sunday or Saturday weekend event of taking a very long time in nature. Do it for no other reason but to be human. That way you can give your brain a break, your body a breath, and go back to a place that deep inside of yourself, your body remembers as home. And maybe the reconnection with and the kind of balance through nature in your life will light an inner flame that you remember from back in the day when you were a child. Don't forget to take some minutes today, not to scroll, not to plan, but to just spend some time outside. Your brain will thank you. If this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It would mean the world. And please comment if it helped you in any way, or if you feel any change by spending more time outside. And with that being said, I'd say stay curious, look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.